Hi everyone, I'm on my way to a slightly different beach today. I think it's still Miocene or slightly younger. I'm gonna go see what we can find there. I'm hoping there might be a crab or two, something we can prep a little bit later this week. And maybe a nice shark tooth. I really want a big shark tooth. And of course the usual penguin. Let's go see what we can find. Finally found some fossil bone. Quite large bits as well. Yeah, that could be a vertebrae cookie, a epiphyses. Maybe another one over there. That's good. So there are fossil bones out here. I'm guessing they could be cetacean. So not Cretaceous, younger than Cretaceous. I'll take it a bit slower here, see if there's anything else. Nothing in that one. I think I finally found a crab. I almost missed it. I was about to walk past that one and I saw something sticking out on the side of it. Yeah, there's the legs and the claws. It's got some damage to it. That's something we can probably give a quick prep just to see what species it is. Can't quite figure out how it's oriented. That's good. At least there's crab fossils around here. If this is a Tumidiocarcinus, that would mean it's Miocene. But I can't tell just from the look of it like this. Could be any type of crab. I found something now and I've got no idea what it is. It's one of the weirdest looking fossils I've ever found. Have a look at that. I'm guessing it's maybe a nautiloid. But yeah, it's really just a guess. I've got no idea what that is. Have a look at that. It's almost like that part fits in over there. Very strange. I don't see any bone structure or honeycombing the cancellous material. I don't see anything, but whatever it is going all the way in there. That is just bizarre. I think I'm going to need some help IDing this. If you have seen anything like this before, please let me know. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. Online, in a book, in real life. No idea what it is. Well, that's made the hunt worth it. What is that? Very weird. Let me pack it up nice and securely. Strange that. I almost thought I saw a shark tooth, but no. Just found this concretion with some bones in it. And what's got me interested is how symmetrical it is. Let's have a look over here and follow it along. It's so symmetrical over here and at the top. That's quite interesting. And there's some other bones at the back. Yeah, I'll keep that. It's one of those really hard concretions, so might have to just use some acid to prep it and see if anything comes out. Yeah, it's got that look The bone over here has got that skull look, you know, it's very dense. Yeah, it's interesting. Someone might recognize it. Have a look at that. That looks like some shark vertebrae. Oh yeah. Looks like some associated ones. They're all in a row there. That's beautiful. Oh, on the other side as well. That is crazy. I'm not sure if they shark or fish, or maybe something else, but those are definitely vertebrae going all the way around. It's beautiful. I'm wondering if there might be some teeth hiding inside here. Hi everyone, down at the beach. It's a grey, rainy, cold day. Not what you expect from the end of October, Labor weekend. I'm going to head out to a new section that I've checked out on Google Earth. See if I can find anything interesting there. It's about an hour or two's walk. I'll catch up with you soon. I'm still on my way to this spot. I've just found something. Have a look there. That looks like a big piece of bone over there. Yeah, I think that's bone. What it is, I've got no idea. By the size of it, I would say cetacean, so whale or dolphin. And it's got such a weird shape over there. I don't think it's an ear bone. It hasn't got that solid look to it. But it is quite strange. I don't think it's worth taking back, just because there's not much left of it. I'll put it up top here. If I've got space on the way back, I'll bring it along. It's not very big. There's some new rocks washed out. I'm also just trying to have a look at. And I think it's worth going over there, spending some time seeing if anything's washed out, anything interesting. But yeah, that's a good sign. At least there's a fossil here. I haven't seen any crabs. But it seems like most places in New Zealand have a crab or two lying around. That's normally the shape I look at. Nothing in that one, that I can see at least. Didn't find anything there. I'll move on to the next spot. Usually if you don't find a fossil washed up in that amount of material, there's probably nothing here. The rain's really coming down now, but I broke out the camera to show you this. I haven't picked it up yet, so there might be something still to it. But have a look at this. See if you can spot it. It's in the camera now, it's on screen. In the camera. It's on screen now. Okay, I'll start zooming in on it. Those are some shark vertebrae sticking out there. Maybe there's some teeth in there too. Can't see anything else in there. But those are definitely shark vertebrae. Is that 1, 2, 3 maybe? Either shark or fish, not sure. I think shark, because there's nothing really else in there. That's really cool, I'm happy with that. Shows me there are fossils out here, and I really want to find a concretion full of shark teeth one day. I've seen a few found in New Zealand, and they are so awesome. Yeah, I'll grab this one on the way back. I've still over a kilometer or so to go. I might just spend a bit of time looking around here. Something sticking out of this one as well. Not sure what that would be. Maybe part of a crab? Let you know if I find anything else. I'm hoping there's some shark teeth sitting inside there still. I think I just found my first crab of the day. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's the bottom of a crab. There's still a little bit at the top as well. Yeah, not much left at the top. It's lost all the legs and the claws. So I think this one will stay here. Okay, so they're round. Let's find a whole one. Here's a bit of a strange one. This rock just washed up. You can see there's a bone over there. There's some bone over there as well. But what's interesting is this bone, or what I think is a bone, over there. That's got that ear bone look to it. That very solid bone. And if you use your imagination, it could almost be a periotic ear bone. The main section over there and that smaller section that comes out the front there. But then it's also got a shell. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So I'll keep this one because I normally keep it if I'm not sure what it could be. Because those are normally the interesting ones. But yeah, that's weird. Very weird. That's definitely bone. What is that? Needs prepping. I'm really hoping one day I'll find a meg tooth that's just washed up. So far, nothing. Let me get this one wrapped up in my bag. I'll carry on. I'm just about at the place I want to be. Just about. Things are getting interesting. Just found this piece of bone, and it's such a weird bone. I don't think it's whale. Wonder if it could be moa, but it's fossilized. It's like rock. I wonder if it's a really old piece of moa bone, or I suppose it could be whale. But as I was getting my camera out to film it, have a look what I see down there. My first nice crab of the day. Oh, it's missing that one claw, but it's got the big right hand claw. And It's going to have some of the legs and some of the carapace. I think the bottom will be brilliant to prep. It's flaking away nicely. You can look over there. Look how the rockus is flaking away from the claw there. So I think if we prep it down through here, it's going to be a pretty cool fossil. This looks like a good place to have a look at. Some interesting things have washed up. There's that maybe whale earbone I still must put away. Oh, I think that's another crab there. Yeah, that's a tiny crab. Very, very small and very damaged. I think that's a crab. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. What's that? Just a rock with some weird markings. Stowed away. It almost looks like an agate. Don't think it's quite. Maybe a jasper. Yeah, some of the stuff that I always used to think is bone. It's some kind of barnacle or coral. I used to carry bags of this stuff home. It's some kind of barnacle. Here are the results from 2 good days of fossil hunting. Quite a range of fossils there. Let's take a closer look at them. Here are those 3 bits of bone I found. 2 bone clusters and one that looks to be a single piece of bone, really worn away. I don't know if we're ever going to figure out what this is from. It's got quite an interesting shape over there, but it's so hard to tell because it's so worn away. This is the one with that really long bone, and what looked to me like it could be an ear bone, but I might have been a bit too optimistic there. I don't even know if that's bone. I'll try and acid prep it just to see if we can figure out what this is. I think it's going to be a big project. This is probably the bit of bone that I'm the most intrigued by. It's really symmetrical. Very symmetrical. And I haven't seen one like this before with that shape. And it's got the same shape on both sides. Yeah. If you recognize this, please let me know. Anything symmetrical I get quite excited by. The area I was in isn't really known for crabs, so I'm surprised I found 2. Not sure what this species would be. Both have got some damage. This one's probably in the best shape. It's got some damage to the carapace, but the bottom, the ventral part here, should be in pretty good condition. This one's weird. Can't quite figure out what I'm looking at. It might even be a crayfish. There's just something about the legs that are really weird. And 2 sets of shark vertebrae. That's awesome. I really get excited about shark vertebrae, because where there's shark vertebrae, there could be shark teeth. And I really, really want a concretion full of shark teeth. This one hasn't got too much to it. It's got 1, 2, 3 vertebrae that I can see, and this bit of what I suspect is calcite going through the middle, which is going to make prepping really difficult. There's something over there. So I'm not losing hope completely that there's not a shark tooth or something cool inside here. This one, on the other hand, I'm really excited about. Look at all those vertebrae. on both sides of the concretion. And there's something, I saw something else here somewhere. There's a tiny bit over there. There's a few flakes throughout it. And this over here has got an interesting shape to it. I'm really hopeful there's some teeth inside here. This is such a beautiful concretion with all those shark vertebrae. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those two could be the same one. Yeah, 5 or 6 vertebrae in there that I can see. That's beautiful. The weirdest fossil for me for the day is this nautiloid, or suspected nautiloid. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I just haven't seen one that looks like this. There's a little bit of shell that I can see just in the corner there. I think it might just be a nautiloid that's quite damaged. I wonder if it's pyrotized. I'm very tempted to try and prep this one. It'll be a big prep. And I'm a little bit worried that I can't see if there's any shell left inside there. Thanks so much for joining me on those 2 hunts. I hope you enjoyed it. Found quite a few shark vertebrae. I love that. I really hope there's some shark teeth in here. I've got 2 new Patreons. Thanks Graham, Cochran and Paul for joining me on Patreon. I hope you're enjoying the extra content on there. See you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there.